Okay, welcome to Kobold Kindergarten, and I noticed my mic was going crazy there. Wee adventure! We are still short one Jerry, but I'm sure he'll be here shortly. All the... Oh my goodness, people have been like rolling dice here, and welcome to Even is going to half-ass her way through Kobold Kindergarten, because Even went and had dinner and played some D&D with friends tonight, and it went a bit over, so I've been like, got home after 10 o'clock, and now I'm kind of rushing around. I'm going to clear all this lovely stuff from the chat.
I hope we don't get held back in kindergarten, because that's going to be like, what? Where do we go from there?
Preschool?
I don't know. But
preschool?
Oh, Kobold preschool? Well, that doesn't have the
Porcus,
same...
Porcus preschool.
alliteration. Okay, let me find some maps. Actually, I will do Jerry because he's not here yet. You guys can do your own. I am going to grant you, you need 300 XP to get to level 2. I don't know why I have two Cadymuses. Cadymuses?
Catami?
Catami? Now I'm trying to remember where the XP goes. Hey, next level.
Go to the,
I found it.
class.
I found it. Also, I don't know why I'm getting such an echo on my mic. It's like I noticed my mic was lighting up as the theme music was playing. So that's not good. Am I really loud?
I'm not hearing anything.
You're fine for me.
Okay.
I was gonna like check the sound on the stream, but oh, and we had a long rest at the end of last session, so if you have any wounds, they're gone.
They are magically gone. So you would have gotten for that hobgoblin and orc encounter. Thank you to Tholgrin and LrdSlvrhnd for figuring this out. Total of 800 XP. That's 160 each. And I am also going to give you for helping Kiti instead of turning your backs on her or worse. If you had done worse, I would have been very upset with you, and I might have deliberately tried to kill you. I'm going to give you each another 60 for that, so give yourselves 240 XP.
Ooh.
So you are... So you are 60 short of level 2. And... 0 wounded.
XP pieces, they're good for the heart.
They are.
So just, for your own edification, most DMs will, if you get enough XP to actually level in the middle of something, they'll wait until a break to actually level up.
I know.
So. Okay.
Let's see. Actions. He shouldn't have used any actions. So just...
All spell slots are clear.
So where do you put gold in here? Oh, treasure. Yep. Psst, Cadymus, fix your XP. And
there's inventory in one place. But I think on the party sheet, you've got an inventory tab that you can put group gold pieces and whatnot.
Ah, so there. Wow, I haven't given you any money. Oh, party coins, 20. Tell you what, you beat, it was what, 4 orcs and 2 hobgoblins?
I thought
Yeah.
Foxy?
I don't think
it was
we
6, right?
I don't think we actually rolled the bodies. I don't remember that we did that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you roll the bodies. I'm gonna give you 5 gold each for those, which is maybe a little bit much, but, whatever. And I'll just put it on the party sheet, and you guys can divvy it up later.
Yeah, I think there's a down arrow or something over there, which will automatically divvy it.
If only there was a inn with actual drinks we could spend it on. Alas,
Well-
they were out of rations when we last visited.
Well, we hopefully we're going to take care of that this week.
And-
Yeah. Hope springs eternal.
So let me just pull up the map here.
And remember, Bori is not trusted with any money because he's.
Bori is not. Why do I have all this? How do I get rid of them? Oh, just like that. So you guys are all like taking a rest up here.
Whenever you're ready, if you would share the map.
Oh, yes, that would be good, wouldn't it?
We're at the big
Only if
house.
you want us to see it.
There you go. So you are taking a rest. I'm just seeing if Jerry's joining us. Oh, my phone is so slow tonight. Knock it off, phone. And now I gotta bring my, I need to reset my phone here so I can see chat because wow. So you are, let me just, I'm still getting used to moving these maps around. You guys are all up here taking a nice rest by this big wall. Yep, everybody's there. Cool. And hopefully, whoops, I didn't mean to rotate you there, Kilroy.
I'm
Why?
totally
I'm not-
rotated. I'm
There we go.
wonky.
Yeah, for some reason, even though I wasn't over his icon, it was still rotating him.
I'm a restless sleeper.
Jerry forgot to set his alarm, so he'll catch up. What would you guys like to do next?
We're fully rested, right?
You are fully rested.
Now, it's occurring to me that everybody in this town has told us we need to talk to this Master Ghonk.
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 And I'm not sure if you remember, but the odd little dwarf in the Golden Wing Inn who
Yeah,
sent
a
you here.
pirate dwarf who
Par-
like actually convinced us to go
Do you
here.
remember who he told you to talk to?
He told us to talk to some kobold guy who runs the place, who
And-
wanted to keep orcs out of his flower beds.
That would be Atticus Ghonk. I wasn't sure if anybody would remember the name from the first episode.
I didn't remember that. I just remembered the guy who had flower beds.
That's a good thing to remember.
Is that this guy?
That
oh,
is
goody.
this guy. No,
Maybe we're doing our job.
this is
Oh,
why
wow.
you pay attention
I've
to
never-
the DM.
Wait, you expect us to take notes too?
I've
Is it
never
school?
done what I'm supposed to before. This feels weird.
I bet it does.
You should just be happy I remember my name.
Oh, that makes us very happy, Bori.
Well, if we're gonna go see Ghonk, let's go see Funk.
Ghonk.
Ghonk?
Okay, so I
Ghonk,
take it.
ghonk, you bad kids.
Now, I remember there was a guy sitting in like a rocking chair on the porch.
Yeah, well, you saw that through the gap in the fence up here. You have not actually been through the fence.
It's nice he has a house with a rocking chair porch. I hear those are really good for resale value.
I'm sure they are.
He
Let
must
me-
be really fancy. So maybe the dude that we peered through the thing is maybe the guy who we're supposed to talk
Did you see
to.
that? Oh, I didn't share that, so you didn't see it.
Well, I'm saying we should probably go through the gate then.
Okay, so yeah, except the fountain is not real.
And hey, like we were supposed to help him with orcs in his flower beds, and we killed a bunch of orcs, right? I mean,
you did.
I'm not going to admit I killed any unless he's happy about it, though.
I'm going to give you this for free. He will be.
Okay, well, let's go talk to him.
Okay, so you are entering the mansion, Ghonk. And so I take it you're going to... Okay, now... Whoops. That's because I'm supposed to right-click, not left-click.
Good lord, I don't have enough desktop space.
And now you can see Sir Ghonk.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Peanut!
He definitely looks like the boss of this place.
See here, see? Yeah.
And I just realized that I don't know where I have Atticus Gonk's file saved. I wrote like this file full of dialogue, and I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to have to, yeah, this is like even totally winging it and half-assing her way through DMing.
Yay!
Whee!
So it's funny, I'm
that just-
not going to go into a lot of details now, but there's been a few things happen. Boy, am I getting an echo. Is somebody else like holding a mic open?
Oh, I am. That's just because I was going to say something. I mean,
Okay, go ahead.
You're half-assing through DMing, but that just makes you like, 50 to 75% of all the other DMs anyway, so.
Okay. Where was I? Train of thought.
We walked up to Atticus Ghonk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was saying something about we've had a couple things that happened when we were, I'm not going to go into what because you guys are going to find out in a minute, but when we were running Ritsack the other night and some of the responses to the teaser art I put on Twitter, you guys are actually kind of channeling Ghonk already, and you probably don't even know it.
Oh, dear. I'm scared. Not that I know what some person on some other thing said.
There's just something I thought, and this is not something, could I do this indeed, but something, can I personally, like, am I physically able to do this? I'm going to try it. I was physically able to do it, so for no other reason than that, yeah. So
Lottie's a little bit concerned that she's going to get into trouble, and because she really doesn't want to get into trouble, so she's kind of like hanging at the back of the group as we're going forward, just in case we get into trouble. Because she's used to being in trouble.
Aw. Wait, Lotte or Lulu is used to being in trouble?
Lottie. Lulu's perfect, so she's never in trouble.
Bori's just wandering around looking at all the columns and brushes and shrubberies and not paying a lick of attention to the fact that we're supposed to be talking to this dude.
Lottie pokes at Bori and she says, "Don't step on the flowers, because I think he might like them."
What?
Don't step on the flowers!
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Sorry,
Hey.
I'm running late because I was running late on my stream. I almost finished the game I was in. I was at the very last puzzle, and then I couldn't solve it, so I had to call it here, and so I could get to the session here tonight.
Oh, I almost, now see, when I went, said your stream was off, and my channel was hosting somebody else, I almost made it in time, but by the time I started getting stuff set up, I didn't quite make it. Anyway, well, can move you. I
The
gave
final
you a
puzzle, so yeah.
Oh,
That's what happened when you happened to check in when it was crashing.
well,
But I came back. I was going to finish up the very last puzzle of the game, and then I couldn't solve it. So anyway, sorry about that, folks. I'm here now.
No
Yeah.
worries. They're all heading to the mansion house, and I just said that you guys were taking that long rest by the wall, and you forgot to set your alarm. And I actually thank you. That little sound was Twitch letting me know that I'm streaming. It's so nice that way.
You were streaming before though. It's
I
okay.
know, it just now told me I'm streaming. And honestly, does it have to tell me I'm streaming? I kind of know that. Normally I'm going to be doing Kobold Kindergarten only the first and third Wednesdays of each month. Because this happens to be a month with 5 Wednesdays, and because the 5th Wednesday falls on Halloween, we will be doing a Halloween episode. So this one might go... I actually have a very specific stopping point in mind for this one, so it may end up going short, depending. We'll see. Depends on how good you guys are at riddles and stuff like that, too.
We're not good.
Riddle me this, Batman.
We're so screwed.
And like, where did I put my dialogue storyline? Found it. Ha! So let me open my dialogue because that will make things so much easier if I don't have to completely wing it. Yay! Okay. There we go. Oh, and most of his dialogue is not here. Okay. Anyway, you're all here, you're all standing at the mansion, and you look up on the veranda, and there you see a very well-dressed kobold. Actually, I like the outfit in a picture you'll see a bit later, but this one I had already done up, and that picture's for something else, so... Well, you can say, yeah, he's very dapper looking. And, I mean, you're looking around, you just came through this village, everything is dry in the village. We've got water being rationed out in tiny water skins that are supposed to last for a week. And here's this mansion with, there's shrubbery and trees, and, well, the fountain is actually a mirage. On a table next to the kobold, you see a pitcher chock full of iced tea. See the ice cubes floating in it, little beads of condensation trickling down the edges. And as you're watching, he picks up the pitcher, pours himself a big glass of iced tea, sets the pitcher back down on the table, and it magically refills itself. He takes a big drink of iced tea, and he looks at you and says, I don't know if I can do this without laughing. Well, y'all come up on the potions in a spell. You look awfully tired. Yes, he is a southern kobold only because I wanted to see if I could do a kobold with a southern accent. Turns out I can. So you have your first glimpse at Atticus Ghonk. He's sitting there in front of you. Bori's face hurts.
If you have a picture that's supposed to be visible, we're not seeing it in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, did I not share this?
I have them. I think you might have shared it before.
You weren't.
You did,
there
but he's
you
late.
go. Yeah, you were. There you go, Mr. Atticus Ghonk and his magical pitcher of iced tea.
Cool.
And I should probably share the mansion as well, because I don't think you can see that yet. Nope. So yeah, like I said, the fountain is a mirage. He's just kind of on the veranda. This is just like some clip art I found that, and I never got around to doing something better. What would you like to do?
Not knowing the fountain's a mirage, I'm going to go. Bori's going to walk over and stick his hand into it.
Like I said, it's clip art. It was the closest thing I could find to what was in my head on short notice. So it's like the fountain's not even really there.
Oh,
so
okay.
Bori's just like, if he wants to stick his, I mean, he might see. I don't know what kind of things Bori sees in his head because Bori.
Well, sometimes I think Bori starts acting like he's in a fountain when there's no fountain there as a regular.
That's true. I mean,
part of the day.
I can see where Bori might be dancing naked in the fountain that nobody else can see. But
armored. He's still armored.
But
he's going to splash around in his head in the fountain that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's just, he's just dancing around on the grass, and you're all probably looking at him really funny.
Because I think Lulu is the only one who's had anything to drink for a while.
Oh, yeah, she got the condensation off that guy's dirty kobold a while back. Well, a naked Bori is a scary Bori, but a clothed Bori is pretty much scary, too. So, you're looking at Mr. Ghonk. He has said, come on up on the porch and set a spell. You can have some of this here iced tea. You look pretty thirsty.
Hello, Mr. Ghonk. My name is Punchy, and I am from the Eternal Order of the Halfling Fist. It is an honor to meet you, fine sir.
Well, ain't that just the leave-it-end? How you doing there, sir?
We happen to notice that it looks like your village has, maybe not bustling exactly. How are things at the village?
Oh, I'm sure they're fine. They get what they need.
Sir, could I ask you a hypothetical question?
Well, you can ask me anything you want. Now, you might not get an answer. You might not get an answer you like, but you can ask me anything.
Well, okay, just suppose that there was a bunch of recent graduates to a correspondent adventurers course who, met this dwarf in a bar, and he said to go to this place and tell them that Hrothgar Ironbeard sent them.
You remembered that name and you couldn't remember Atticus Ghonk?
I don't know. Okay, so suppose this guy sent somebody to your town, and those people ended up maybe killing a few orcs and a couple hobgoblins and almost dying and stuff. Would you want to be nice to those people and give them a lot of money, or would you want to, I don't know, not that this is hypothetical, remind you, would you want to put those people in jail?
Well, now, did you say a jail? We don't got no jail in these parts, but did you say Hrothgar Ironbeard?
Well, I said, it was a hypothetical saying, because it's not, I may or may not know somebody by that name. It kind of depends, hypothetically, whether or not it's good that we know somebody maybe named, Hrothgar Ironbeard.
How well do you know him?
He totally told us to come over here and help out, so we're here.
Hypothetically, we are here, and we know him.
He
What
owes
does hypothetical mean?
He owes me a lot of money. He's been hiding from me. I've been trying to find him.
Oh gosh, I don't think I know that guy.
Oh, I'm not mad at you. He's always sending adventurers here thinking I'm going to pay them. Then you go back and tell him about it, and he'll try to rob you to get the money to pay me.
So, you aren't mad, say, if a bunch of orcs and hobgoblins got murdered?
Oh, hell no.
In your village?
They trample on my flowers. I don't like so you say you killed some of them?
Well, they certainly seem to be a flower trampling type.
Well, I think that's just mighty fine. Thank you for your services.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, we totally take credit for that. Yeah.
Okay. So,
but you said something about you weren't gonna actually pay anybody money for helping.
Well, I got my police force here. I assume you've seen them.
Oh, those really buff kind of kobolds with swords that look like they work out. Almost like swobolds, if you will.
You should all be able to see the Swobold picture now.
They look pretty. They were buff, yeah. I could tell that they do
you
the
can,
X90.
you can see a couple of like the Swobolds kind of patrolling around the veranda and around the gate and stuff like that. So yeah, they keep the orcs out of my flower beds for the most part, so I don't really need to hire anybody else. I'm already paying the Swobolds too much money. But I might have a task for you. You do look pretty weary, though.
Yeah. At this point, I think Lottie's going to try a glass of the tea that he offered.
Yeah, help yourself, young lady.
Now that he's identified, he's not going to like murder anybody who's committed crimes or killed anyone.
He's not going to attack you.
So she's relaxing. She's a little bit less paranoid about anything, and so she's going to try the tea because she's thirsty.
Okay, so anybody else having tea?
I will have tea.
Punchy, Lotte, Hugo had some tea.
Yep.
How about Lulu? How about Bori? How about Cadymus?
Cadymus is having tea.
I was too busy playing in the imaginary fountain and totally destroying Lottie's attempt at subterfuge.
So, Bori, you did not have tea.
Did not have tea.
Everybody who had tea, fortitude save, please.
Oh, dear.
I was hoping you'd all drink it.
In the tower or out?
Wait, you mean Constitution?
Con?
Con save works, yep. No, not in the tower. I don't even have the tower on my screen. Why not?
Because you don't need it. If
good point.
We have the tower on our screen.
Yeah, you need the tower. I don't need the tower. Okay.
Cadymus and Hugo, you want to pull the die from the right-hand side of the character sheet where it says saves?
Yeah, it's a save, not a check. Although I'm really liking those rolls. Oh, those work too.
They're equally sucky.
So there's nothing actually, quote unquote, wrong with the tea, but you need to remember that what tastes good to a kobold and what's good to other beings. Let's just say there's rat spleen juice in the tea, and Cadymus and Hugo. See, the trouble is I'm not sending him to combat, but yeah. Everybody else, I believe, can move 30. You guys can only move 10. So
I love rat spleen juice.
I'm going to be sending you on a little bit of a task pretty soon, and Cadymus and Hugo, you're going to be like hanging out on the veranda for the first bit of that, clutching your stomachs. But yeah, Lulu would absolutely not be affected because.
Oh yeah,
she's a cockroach.
Lulu is the one who introduced me to rat spleen juice.
Oh,
so,
well,
I love it. Love it.
Thank you, Lulu. Well,
did I make the save or not?
You made the save. Yeah, you rolled a 17. Lotte rolled a 20. Hugo rolled an 8. Cadymus rolled a 5. I was looking for at least a 15 because I really kind of wanted you guys to get sick.
This tea
we love you, DM.
This tea is particularly strong. I recall a similar test of endurance in the Eternal Order when they would test our fortitude to see whether we could concentrate under duress. And it brings back memories, shall we say.
What kind of test did they use?
They had us drink tea. Or actually, it wasn't tea. It was really kind of a gruel, and it actually had a bit of a similar taste to this.
Well, now, I bet they used rat spleen juice as their secret ingredient. It just gives it that kick. Makes those taste buds tingle, don't
it? I approve of things that kick.
Well, you don't want to be on the receiving end of a swole kick, I'll tell you that for sure. So I'm not actually hiring anybody to keep my flower beds clear of these orcs and hobgoblins, because my swole bowls take care of that. I may have an adventure for you, but I'm going to have to make sure that you're up to the test. So I got a couple of riddles for you. I'll start out with an easy one. So, I have 2 coins in my watch pocket. Put them together and they are worth 11 copper, and we're assuming just DDO currency rules, which I'm sure are the same for D&D, but just in case they're not, 1 copper or 10 copper for 1 silver, 10 silver for 1 gold, 10 gold for 1 plat. So I got these 2 coins, and their combined value is 11 copper, but one of them is not a copper. What are the 2 coins?
A silver piece and a copper piece.
Exactly. One of them's not a copper, but the other one is.
Oh my gosh.
I
This
told
guy is brilliant.
Why now? You're just stroking my ego. Keep it up.
He makes my think meat hurt.
Does your friend even have a think meat?
In my head. There's think meat in my head.
I think you got meat in your head. I don't think you think with it.
And it hurts right now.
Okay.
Try some tea.
Yeah, Bori, do you want to change? Well, by now he's probably seeing you two holding your stomachs going,
It's so refreshing. Lulu likes it.
Of course, Bori is not the most intelligent folk on the planet, so Bori, in character.
Why not?
Okay, Bori, have some tea and then give me a con save.
He'll finish Cadymus's tea.
Ha!
And slam it.
Makes the save easily.
Well, he is a dwarf.
This is true. So yeah, just Cadymus and Hugo. When the rest of the party ventures into the mansion, you're not going to feel well enough to do that for a little bit. And I'll tell you when you can leave. Okay, next riddle. This is kind of another easy one. I have a picture of a man. The man's father is my father's son, but sisters and brothers I have none. Who is the man in the picture? And why? Tell me how you figured it out, because I can't have you just guessing.
Can you repeat that?
Maybe it would be easier if I repeated it in non-Kobold speak. Basically, it's the old riddle, sisters and brothers I have none, but that man's father is my father's son. Who am I? Seriously, am I the only one that's ever heard that riddle? I've been hearing it like
I feel like I've heard it, but type it in chat.
I've heard it, but I was letting somebody else answer since I answered the first one. Yeah, and it might be easier if you did actually just type it out too.
There you go.
It is. Cool.
Wouldn't that be a stepbrother?
Well, Cadymus, you are correct. Can you tell me how you arrived at that
I think it was the tea.
answer?
The colors, the colors.
Cadymus says that man is your son. Yes, that is my son. Assuming I had such a picture, which I don't because I don't actually have a son, but it's a riddle, so it don't matter.
Yeah, I don't understand how that could be your son. It seems like it would be a stepbrother, right?
So that man's father is my father's son. Your father's son is you, because then he says sisters and brothers I have none. So your father's son must be you. And if that man's father is also you, so the man must be your son. Okay, that man's father is my father's son.
I think I need to drink more of this rat spleen juice.
I think I'm going to join you there.
I follow.
And Lulu, she wants some of that rat spleen juice too. And this kobold seems really nice, so she kind of scuttles up to him, and then she reaches in her bag and she pulls out this big broad brimmed hat that has like a green ribbon on it and ties it under her chin. And she says to Atticus, "Howdy."
Well, howdy! Ain't that just a living end? I don't think I ever saw anything like that. But yeah,
And
for anybody not still getting it, that man's father is my father's son. So my father's son can only be, one man or his brother. This guy has no brother, so it must be him. So if that man's father is him, so it's his son. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's actually, that riddle's been around for a long time. And I can't.
Bori,
I do love Lotte or Lulu's little hat in her little picture there.
Bori on the sly is going to uncork his water skin and fill it up with the tea.
If you drink that tea, I will probably make you make Constitution saves.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
it'll be worth it. It's so refreshing.
Now, for the toughest riddle of all. Now, those of you who aren't like rolling on my veranda clutching their stomachs, I'm going to let you go into my house here. Through the entrance hall, you'll find a gallery with several paintings in it. I want you to find me a particular painting using this clue. The picture I seek is motionless, and yet it's moving. Now, to make sure you don't try to pull one over on me by just bringing me every painting until you find the right one, I want you to tell me why the painting you choose is the solution to the riddle. I will give each of the three of you who aren't sick one guess apiece. Good luck.
Bori's going to just wander into the mansion, not really having paid attention to what the clue was.
And
we go in? Okay.
Lulu's going to stay behind and try to talk and be sociable with Atticus while we're inside.
I'll definitely take a look at the available options for paintings.
Ooh, this is a fancy house.
It is indeed. I'm going to go ahead and shut the picture. The picture of the picture. I'll leave Ghonk up.
Did he give us directions to the gallery? I think he just said go on in and go
Just
to the
go
gallery.
Go right on in and go straight back to the gallery. There's a map for you. You walk in, you're in a big foyer, there's a lounge on each side, and you can see some artwork through the gallery. And there's basically lots of paintings. I am going to make it a little easy for you. There are 5 that you are going to be interested in, because I didn't have time to draw more.
Lotte is going to wander around a little bit because she's not used to walking straight through anything. So she's at least going to veer off and kind of peek into the lounges to see what's in there, if there are any pictures or anything interesting.
Okay, well, tell you what, I should probably go ahead and get these pictures up. Is this the one I want? No. Oh, that turned really, really big. I should have saved them smaller. Much smaller. And you'll see them in a minute. I'm just getting them all up before I show you. These pictures are not great, but I had so freaking much fun doing some of them. I really did. Okay, so I'm going to assume you're just finding. Actually, I need to make these smaller so they're all going to fit on here. Also, the quality of the paintings, what colors, anything like that, has absolutely nothing to do with the riddle. They're just like random things I thought of. Okay, let's share these puppies. So I'm going to give you a freebie and say, since I was too lazy to and too pressed for time to make more drawings, I'm going to say that, you looked through the gallery amongst yourselves and you narrowed it down to these 5. Let me just make sure.
Man, you drew all these? Very nice.
Oh, he's got kobold fried rat.
No, he's got Corvair fried rat.
Ooh. Classy.
And the clue was basically that it's stationary, but it's moving.
Yes.
This guy is really into fine cuisine, I can tell.
Isn't he, though? I mean, that nice, the Corvair fried rat, and then his garnished rat tartare over there. Then there's the orc. That's one of the orcs that the Swolebolt's caught in the flower bed.
So my first guess might be the rat. It is not moving, but yet if it's kind of moving emotionally, because it's a beautiful painting of the rat with the little garnish. Although one could say that any of these pictures are not technically moving, but would be moving if I picked them up and brought them over to the Kobold guy. So technically any of these, I believe, should be the answer.
Oh, well, that is a very good point, but...
I'd help you, Jerry, but I can't.
Yeah. Cadymus and Hugo, you guys are kind of stuck. That bucket of rat is making you hungry. Jerry, you actually are onto something somewhere, but
I think it's delicious. That Corvair fried rat looks.
The quality of the paintings has nothing to do with it. The subject matter does, and there's really only one of them that truly fits what I'm thinking of.
2 of them kind of look suspicious to me, but Lotte is really attracted to the one of the dragon because the dragon is breathing fire out of its nose, and she likes fire. And I'm thinking that the dragon is sitting still, but the fire that he's breathing out of his nose is moving.
Very good point, but not what I'm going for, because in the picture, the fire is absolutely still.
That's weird fire.
But actually, I pretend I said that in out-of-character voice, because once you decide for sure, you are taking these pictures to Ghonk and saying, this is the one I think it is, and this is why.
I am going to grab the picture of the dead rat, and I'm going to bring it over to Ghonk and say, here, fine sir, is your picture. It is stationary, it is not moving, but yet it is moving, not only because it is a beautiful, emotional picture, but because I believe this rat is not dead, but actually asleep and moving in its dreams.
Well, you got a point there, but it's just rat tartare. We have it all the time. It's pretty ordinary. You are incorrect, but you did make some good points that maybe your friends might pick up on. And, okay.
I'm like Lotte, she's definitely onto the dragon thing, but she's going to pick up the dragon picture too and carry it out to Atticus, to Ghonk, and be like, this dragon is breathing fire, and fire moves. And plus, this picture is moving because I carried it out to you.
Well, the challenge was the picture on the wall was not moving. So, and the fire in the picture is not moving. So you've made a very good guess, young lady. But you are not correct.
I think it's all down to Bori. If I got it wrong.
Oh boy. Now we're in for it. Well, remember when Hugo and Cadymus, they're going to recover eventually, but we might have a little fun until they do.
Bori is presently just staring at the picture with the Corvair fried rat and drooling. Having completely forgotten the purpose of why we went in here.
Now, if Lotte and Punchy wanted to poke and say, Bori, pick a painting.
Bori, pick one of the paintings. It's the orc or the gonk or the kobold.
I'm going to close these ones that it's not. Actually, well, yeah, you'd be talking amongst yourselves. I thought I could be really mean and leave them up and but no. Well, your friends on the porch can't hear you, so they don't know that's not correct. But they'd see you carry the pictures out, so yeah, they'd know. And so yeah, we've got it narrowed down to 3. Technically, there are 3 of you left, so you're going to get it, and plus Lulu. But I'm not sure Lulu could pick a painting up and carry it all the way out there.
She can't. She's not very strong. She could probably survive a painting falling on her because she's tough because she's a cockroach.
Okay.
But she couldn't carry.
Tell you what, while Bori, I'm going to move these over a bit here so we can see chat better. I didn't mean to block it. While Bori is making up his mind here, why?
Oh, he already knows which picture he's going to pick. If she just randomly said pick a painting and didn't say anything about, what? He's totally picking up the Kobold
Bori,
fried rat.
Pick a painting that's moving.
But none of them are moving.
Motionless but moving.
It's supposed to be not moving but moving.
I might have to give Bori a couple points of psychic damage if he tries to puzzle that out.
No, he's not. He's staring blankly at Lotte like she's talking a foreign language that doesn't even begin to compute. He's getting a 404 error in his face.
He can't count to 404. He can't even count to O. Okay, Hugo and Cadymus, how about giving me another Constitution save? Okay. Hugo. Well, looks like you've recovered there, young man. So if you want to go right on back there to the gallery and see what you can find, have at it.
Lotte wanders back out.
Gallery.
Lottie's wandering out to the veranda, and she sits down next to Lulu, and she's like, Lulu, I don't understand art at all.
So I guess now we're hoping that Bori comes up with something unless Hugo can get it. And your chances are 1 in 3.
Well, it's not statistically we'll get the correct picture, but it's the why that's the tricky part.
Cadymus' allergy to rat spleen. Oh, I've got to remember that and use it in a future episode.
Well, let's see. My thought process was more along the lines of the nice little landscape with the sun in the background and I don't know, is that a dragon hatching out of an egg?
That is a baby kobold.
Oh, is that a baby kobold?
Yeah,
okay, so
got
kobold hatching out of an egg.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Well, you see, that would probably be more moving emotionally to a kobold than anything else in here, but that's okay. But the sun is never actually static; it's always moving. And when you're cracking out of an egg, that's also being moving and not just being still, even though it's still. So that is the one that I would pick.
Sir, I think I need you to stop talking. If you know what's good for you, ding ding. The sun's not moving. the kobold's not moving. It's a painting. There's nothing in it moving. But this is, this is a newborn baby kobold watching the sunrise. And if that is not something emotionally moving, I don't know what is. You, sir, have earned your pottery the right to move on. Yay.
Whew.
But I did try to make, this is actually Atticus Ghonk with his, see, he made his money with a Corvair Fried Rat franchise. So I did try to make him look like Colonel Sanders.
Bori licks the bucket.
Don't be licking the paint off my paintings.
That looks like some mighty tasty Corvair fried rat, sir.
Well, we got franchises all over Starreach. Just look for us. Here, I'll give you a coupon for a discount.
Ooh.
So, yeah, let's,
Full speed run out to grab the coupon.
Description. I need to make the item first. Well, I'll do that another. There's not a... And he's definitely going to want to include Lulu. He's going to give you 5 coupons apiece.
What?
Woohoo,
So-
party treasure.
Now you have Corvair Fried Rat. Unable to determine cost or 0 cost. Oh, Fantasy Grounds, you slay me.
I just added it to my backpack as equipment.
I had a feeling you would get that kind of... So that is, once you pick that, Ghonk presses a button that was hidden under the table. And sadly, I did not get a chance to do a picture of this. At the back of the gallery, you see a portal appear. Now, I'm not quite as unfeeling as people think I am. I know the residents of my village here are struggling. This village used to be prosperous and green until the evil wizard put a curse on it. Now, he and I go back a ways, so, he does, my house is free of the curse zone. But I'm sure my villagers would like to have water and greenery and, enough to eat. Maybe some freedom from the orcs, because I don't waste my swobolds killing the orcs out there. I mean, the villagers can deal with them. So, this evil wizard has some things of mine. So, I'm going to ask you to go through that portal, and that will take you into the forest. And from there, it should be an easy jaunt. You should be able to find him. Just talk to him a little bit. I mean, I call him Evil Wizard, but that's really just a nickname. I mean, you can just talk some reason to him. Say, hey, lift the curse from the village. Give us Ghonk's items. You bring me back the items, and I will reward you handsomely. And as you can see from my beautiful, beautiful home here, I do have the means with which to reward you.
Yeah, you could just give us a whole bunch more coupons for, fried rat.
Well, I gave you 5 each. I mean, that's a lot of fried rat.
You can never have enough fried rat.
Now, young lady, you come back here and you bring me my things, and I will give you a year's worth of Corvair fried rat for free.
Oh boy!
Ooh. And Bori takes off running towards the portal.
You mentioned, before we go through this portal and catch up with our friend who likes to run ahead, you mentioned some items of yours that were taken. Can you offer any details of maybe what kind of items we should look for so we don't leave anything behind? Because we want to offer you our best service as adventurers.
Well, let's just say you'll know when you see them. I mean, one thing the villagers would like, this used to all be farmland, and we used to farm flowers, and we were very, very successful with our flower farms. And the villagers, they made enough to live on pretty comfortably. And the evil wizard, like I said, he's not really all that evil. It's just more of a nickname. But he's got all of our seeds, and they wouldn't grow in this dry, village anyways. I mean, you can see around my house I got some nice flowers and stuff, but I'm not going to share those with the villagers. They wouldn't appreciate that.
Oh, so this is like one of those heirloom tomato kind of things.
Well, they're not tomatoes. Yeah, you look around at my gardens, you can see all my pretty flowers. And I'm sure the villagers would like to have those back, be able to sell them, you know. So, yeah, you bring me back the seeds, and all of the things that I have are in a chest with a lock on it. And it's a very special lock. It can't be unlocked by magic. I have the only key. So if you bring me that chest, all of my items are in that chest.
Okay. Looking for a chest, looking for seeds. Alrighty. Will do.
Okay. And that is, I actually had planned that for the stopping point because the next part could take a while. Also, before you, basically you're going to step through the portal and get a little bit sidetracked with a side quest for Halloween. So I don't... Dum, dum, dum. So yeah, I don't want to really go any farther than that tonight. And hey, that actually took up an hour. I was like thinking, oh my gosh, what if they talk to him and everybody makes their save and they come up with they solve all the riddles right away and this is done in 5 minutes. So yay, we lasted an hour.
Nice.
So, Kobold Kindergarten back here in 2 weeks for the very special Halloween episode, which most of you are probably going to figure out where it's going early on. Cadymus probably will not. And that's all I'm going to say for now.
So am I back to 30 speed, or
you are
am I
all
still
back
10?
to 30 speed. In fact, you know, there's been no combat. I don't think anybody should need to rest. But
And anybody who has wounded needs to take them off.
Well, you're not wounded because you took a long rest at the end of the last session, so...
Yeah, the combat tracker's still showing Cadymus
is?
and Punchy have wounds.
Oh, I thought I took off Punchy's wounds before
There
I
they
got
go.
here. Okay, cool. Oh, Hugo is unconscious. Okay, how do I remove that? I have no clue.
Hugo was unconscious at the end of the last thing, but would have regained one hit point after 1d4 hours, which would have occurred during our long rest, then would have been restored back to full during the rest.
Okay,
So.
there's supposed to be a long rest button. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
Hugo is no longer unconscious. Yay, I'm learning to DM!
Why is Bori targeting me?
He talked really good for being an unconscious person.
He did, didn't he? I mean, better than Bori. Oh, so
everyone thinks better than Bori.
So next Kobold Kindergarten, not for another 2 weeks, but next stream will be Saturday on DDO stream, 4 p.m. Actually, DDO stream will be going all day Saturday, twitch.tv/DDO stream, benefiting Extra Life. Most of us here, are going to be on Sarlona from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern, running Shroud Palooza. We are going to run Shroud, lots of Shroud, all the Shrouds we can run for 3 hours, raising money for Extra Life. If you want more information on Shroud Palooza, it is shroudpalooza.com. Let me throw that in the chat here. Or one of you can. I'm just throwing it in an FG chat. If somebody wants to throw it in Twitch chat, go ahead. shroudpalooza.com.
It deleted my link.
Oh! I think it let me do it.
It deleted your link.
It deleted my link.
Why?
It deleted LrdSlvrhd's link. All I see are asterisks.
Oh, I can see mine, but I see asterisks of yours.
It's not even let me bring up a text window. That's very strange. I don't have links turned off. At least I never. Are they off by default?
Oh, that'll work too.
Because maybe since it's my channel, maybe I'm the only one who can do it. Whoops, and I'm typing twitch.tv instead of Shroudpalooza. Force of habit. And I mistyping Shroudpalooza. Oh, yeah, it should be on the overlay. Maybe it can't be the first. Why is mine not going through? There we go.
There it is.
Yay! I'll have to check that on my Twitch settings. So it is for a great cause, raising money for Extra Life. So hope to see a lot of people there. And I cannot wait. I should hopefully be a lot less half-assed, our special Halloween episode on Halloween of all nights. So that will be 2 weeks from tonight, Wednesday, October 31st, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So thank you to anybody unfortunate enough to watch. And hopefully we will see you again soon. Have a great night, everybody.
Ta-ta!
Bye-bye.